What's up, fight fans? What's up, YouTubers? Today is August 3rd, 2012, and we all know what that means for the sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has officially been released from prison, from the Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. He was originally supposed to serve a 90-day jail sentence. I believe it got cut by like a month. So, let's dive right into things, you know what I'm saying? Because all eyes are on him now. The world wants to know who's he fighting next, when is he fighting, potential opponents. Is he going to fight in December? The issue with that is that while he was in prison, he lost a lot of muscle tone, and he drank a lot less water, and he did not choose to work out in his cell that he had because apparently to him it was too small to work out. Now, it's gonna take him a lot longer, a lot harder to get back into the shape that he was before he got back into prison. And we all know that Floyd is in phenomenal shape. As you can see in a lot of his past fights, he had tremendous stamina. He never got tired throughout fights. He always came back on top. And another thing is that people have to remember is that Floyd is a family man. He's got 4 kids, and 3 of them live with him. So he has to devote time to his family more important than anything. He has to get his personal life back in order before he could even think about getting into the ring. But so is he going to fight in December? It's kind of hard to tell, you know. But moving on to the opponents now. September 15th, we got Sergio Martinez versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Now, in recent interviews, Floyd already stated that he could see himself facing Sergio Martinez down the road, and I believe at 160. I could be wrong on that. Depending if he could actually beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., that's going to be a good fight on his own. If Sergio does win this fight, that could open a door for a fight with Floyd sometime next year. Floyd also stated that he could see himself facing Saul Canelo Alvarez down the road too, but he stated that he feels that Canelo needs a few more fights under his belt, meaning that he needs to sell out a few more main events, and he needs some more 9-figure contracts under his belt, which is, that's understandable. But Canelo's fighting Josecito Lopez on the same date. I feel that's like a garbage fight, in my opinion. Just my opinion. It seems like a bum fight. It's going to seem like an easy paycheck for Canelo. We all know that we wanted to see Canelo versus Victor Ortiz, but Josecito Lopez unfortunately broke his jaw. So Canelo Alvarez could be a potential opponent sometime, hopefully next year. October 20th, we got Danny Garcia versus Eric Morales 2, the rematch. If Danny Garcia could pull this one out of his belt, that could be another fight right there. I hear a lot of people talking about a potential rematch between Mayweather and Miguel Cotto. At Miguel Cotto at 154, he would like to get his belt back. This one I don't see happening. It doesn't really seem like Floyd is much of a rematch kind of person. Now, assuming that if he does fight in December, we don't know who yet, obviously. Let's just say he fights in December, right? And let's say in 2013, he'll fight 2 fights, most likely in May and most likely November next year in 2013. So that's 3 fights right there. Out of those 3 fights, he's going to try to like generate as much money as possible. So that's how I see Miguel Cotto out the picture on that one. I mean, it could happen. I'm not saying it won't, but I see like a Canelo Alvarez or a Manny Pacquiao fight happening before that one. If you guys don't know, Marcos Maidana has given up his title at 140. He's moving up to 147. That could be a potential opponent for Mayweather right there. Amir Khan was supposed to be a potential future opponent, but when he got his ass kicked by Danny Garcia, I don't see Mayweather fighting Amir Khan at all. By the time Amir Khan builds himself back up to superstar status, Mayweather already be retired. So I see that one out the picture. I even hear people talking about Timothy Bradley. But the way how I see that is Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao, they both fall under Top Rank. And if Timothy Bradley was to fight Mayweather, it would just make more sense for Pacquiao to fight Mayweather, because that's the fight that everybody wants to see. It would define legacy. We're talking about each fighter. I mean, the fight would be worth about $125 million. So you could have each fighter at least getting around 60 million, 50 million, whatever a piece, if they decide to go that route. Recently, not that long ago, Robert Ghost Guerrero won his fight, and at the end he was calling out Mayweather. He did have to move up 2 weight classes. I give him his props on that. The way how I see that is, I just see that Mayweather's got bigger fish to fry in such a more crucial time frame. You know what I'm saying? But anything could happen, though. As far as Timothy Bradley, September 8th, we got Randall Bailey and Devin Alexander coming up. I got Devin Alexander in that fight, and I would like to see a rematch between Timothy Bradley and Devin Alexander go down. I feel like Devin Alexander has earned a chance to get his rematch, and it would be better than the first fight now, because obviously if he would go against Timothy Bradley now, he would be more well positioned for the headbutt, way more. So that's how I see that. And all you guys know by now that 50 Cent has just got his boxing promotion license. I see good things going for this. He wants to compete with the top dog contenders like Top Rank and Golden Boy with Oscar De La Hoya. Now, according to sources, he's already signed Andre Berto, Nicolas Gamboa, Andre Dural, Billy the Kid from Australia. He's a featherweight title holder. And I'm not really sure on Zab Judah. If anybody knows, like, post me a comment, because I'm not 100% sure if Zab Judah is officially signed with 50 Cent yet. It would make sense if he did, because he's from Brooklyn, 50 Cent's from New York City, and if Zab Judah was to sign, I think that he could be the best fighter at 140, hands down. Nobody will be able to compete with that kid at 140. And all right, now let's go into this whole potential fight between Mayweather and Pacquiao, because before I saw this fight going on thin ice, meaning that there was a very slight chance that it was going to happen. It was hanging by a thread. Now, I'm going to say this. If this fight does not happen in 2013, the fight's not going to happen, period. At all. And that's just it. Even if I feel that Mayweather does keep fighting by past the age of 37, I just don't see it happen. Like 2013, this is it. The fight has to happen in 2013. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. If it's not happening in 2013, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, last week we heard that there was an interview. Actually, you guys probably might have saw it. Actually, go to YouTube and type in Floyd Mayweather interview with Bob Costas. I thought this was a really good interview. This interview was right before, it was taken in March, so it was right before the Mayweather Cotto fight, and Bob Costas brings up a good point. It actually didn't sink in till like a little later, but I was like, damn, he actually makes a good point. He tells Floyd, "You're 35, Manny's 33. You guys need to get into the ring, right? You make this happen." And Floyd goes, "Yeah, well, I tried to do that. Got on the phone, he called Manny. How he got his number at the time, I don't know. But got on the phone, called him. He was like, 'Hey, Manny, how you doing? Let's make this fight happen.' Manny goes, 'Yeah, let's try to do this.' And Floyd states that he did his research, and he said that he felt that he was looking at Manny Pacquiao's last previous fights, and he stated that he felt 40 million was a reasonable offer for him. So he said, let's make the fight happen, and I'll give you 40 million, and I'll wire you 20 million within 72 hours. So Manny Pacquiao's response was, like always, he can never stand up and speak for himself. He always has to go straight to his promoter or his manager and tell him what Floyd said. And they thought that 40 million was not right. Manny says that he wants a 50-50 split. Now, you gotta look at this whole money thing in two different ways. You have to look at it from an economic perspective, and you have to look at it from a fighter's perspective, because even though we all say that, people say that, oh, we think that Manny should take the 40 million, or people say that, oh, he deserves the 50-50 split. But the bottom line is that deep down inside, those fighters know what they deserve, because they go in the ring, they fight, they put their life on the line, and they have all these talents and all this stuff. So I can see where Manny's coming from when he's saying he wants 50-50, but I could also see where Floyd is coming from, that he feels that he should not get 50-50 because Floyd does the record-breaking numbers. He has more to put on the line. As far as unbeaten record, this and that, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. But before the fight, I didn't think it was going to happen. But now, since 50 Cent is online, these guys bought some promoting license. I feel that him being a promoter now is going to jumpstart this fight, and it's going to make it happen, because he only wants to bring, the way how I see it is, 50 Cent only wants to bring top quality fights. He don't want no bullshit fights. He's all about business. He's all about hardcore business. And with that, comes a lot of money on the table. Now, if Manny Pacquiao would have got rid of Bob Arum a long time ago, this fight would have been happened already. I want to say at least by we could have saw this fight by 2010 already. We could already been talking about a Mayweather-Canelo fight. But the issue is that people don't see is that Bob Arum is raping the shit out of Manny Pacquiao. And this is what frustrates me so much, is that I don't hate Manny Pacquiao as a person. I just hate the way how conducts his business. And it's just sad to see, man, because like, let me ask you guys an honest question. If Manny Pacquiao was to go up to Bob Arum right now and be like, Bob, you know what? I'm done with boxing. I'm retiring. I'm hanging up the gloves. Sorry for the short notice. Have a nice day. Now, let me ask you guys this honest question. Do you honestly think Bob Arum would care if Manny Pacquiao was to tell him, I'm retiring right now? The answer is hell no. Bob Arum don't give a shit. Because he's already raped this dude so many times of money. And plus, Bob Arum already has other fighters under him. So it makes perfect sense for Manny Pacquiao to fire Bob Arum and get rid of his ass. He don't need him. He don't need that guy. Period. There's no point. Manny Pacquiao has already established himself as he's already he's one of the best fighters we've ever seen in a long time. And it clearly does not make no sense. Why does he have Bob Arum as a promoter? Now, go watch any interview with Manny Pacquiao, any just general interview. Look at his facial expressions. Every time some news reporter or these HBO dumbasses ask him, "When are you going to fight Floyd?" What's the word that always come out of Pacquiao's mouth? You must talk to my promoter, Bob Arum. You must talk to my promoter. I'm just a fighter. I don't schedule the fights. They tell me who to fight, and I just fight. Bullshit. You the boss, baby. Stop with that bullshit. If Manny Pacquiao really want this fight, all he has to do is tell Bob Arum, Bob, make the fight happen. I don't care what you have to do. Make the fucking fight happen. If you don't make that fight happen, your ass is fired. I'll be by myself. I don't need your ass. And I'll make the fight happen on my own will. That's all he had to do. It's just that plain and simple. If Manny Pacquiao would have took these actions a lot sooner, we could have seen this fight happen already. And we wouldn't have to go through all this bullshit that we've been going through. You know what I'm saying? Look, Manny Pacquiao's asshole is as wide as a field goal post on a football field. And Bob Arum is kicking field goals straight down the middle through his asshole. At the same time while he's doing this, he's laughing behind his back. He's doing backflips and cartwheels all the way to the bank, cashing this dude's checks. And it doesn't make no sense to me. I don't know why. And I know Pacquiao, he's a smart dude, man. He's smarter than this. I don't know if he's just trying to do it to I don't know if he's trying to keep Bob Arum to cover his reputation or some shit. I don't know, man. Bob Arum talking about that Manny Pacquiao, it looks bad for him to take Floyd's offer of $40 million because it would make his political career look bad. I don't necessarily say so. I mean, shit, man. I'll go do a damn drug test for $1 million. Just give me $1 million. I'll go do a damn drug test right now. Shit, man. $40 million. That's a chunk of money, man. Win or lose. Fuck it. You lose, shit. I got $40 million. I'm set. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say about that, man. But Bob Arum's been raping this dude for so long, and I don't know what to say anymore about it. It's just sickening, man. It really is. And now in Pacquiao's previous 3 fights, $40 million is more than what he made in those fights combined. But Manny knows that if he goes into the fight with Floyd, that's like the fight of his life. So I could see that where he's coming from like I mentioned earlier, on how that he would counter offer him a 50-50 split. Now I'm just gonna say off the bat that I don't care who gets what, man, but something needs to get done so this fight could happen. And these guys get in the ring and just fight, man. So hopefully now we got 50 Cent, doing his thing. Hopefully that this fight will happen for once finally, and get the fight that we want to see. And now, as far as who would win this fight, that's a whole other video on its own. If this fight is ever if ever it's confirmed, I'll do a video on it. But I'll have to say on point that I think Floyd would win. He's got better defense. He's a better counter puncher, and he's got He's got way better ring intelligence. I'm not saying Manny Pacquiao don't have ring intelligence, but Floyd has a very rare ability in boxers to adjust in the late rounds to counter whatever you're trying to do. Whatever you're trying to do to your opponent, Floyd could counter and adjust to it. This is how Marquez was able to beat Pacquiao twice. He was able to frustrate him so much, counter punch him, and he was not standing in Manny Pacquiao's sweet spot. And what I mean by the sweet spot is that you cannot stand in the middle of the ring with Pacquiao. That's where Pacquiao is the most dangerous at. And so Floyd obviously is going to realize this throughout the fight. And I see it going the same way how the Mayweather-Hatton fight happened. It's going to go late in the rounds. It's going to get... I don't see a knockdown that early. It's going to be like pretty even on the scorecards, but I think Floyd would win by like a very slight edge on the scorecards. It's going to get late in the round. Floyd's going to find some way to frustrate him, and then Floyd's going to catch him with a hook right after Pacquiao tries to throw a shot. I believe that Floyd would either dodge or counter punch and hit him, and he's going to hit him good, and it's going to knock him out. That's just the way how I see the fight happening. But like I said, if the fight is confirmed, I'll do a whole other video, and I'll break it down further. But that's what time it is, man. So Floyd is back. It's good to see him back, you know what I'm saying? If convicted, he could have got 34 years, so this 90-day jail sentence for him was just a slap on the wrist. That's all it was. It was a slap on the wrist. I'm pretty sure he won't be doing this again because he's learned his lesson hardcore. I mean, he's been to jail before, but I think this time this is it for him. So 2013, people, this is it. This fight has to happen in 2013. I want to hear what you guys got to think about all this drama. So rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace. Be safe.